Greetings and welcome back to Big Bacon's Collection. It's Military Monday here in the Bacon Bunker, which means today we're going to be looking at the G.I. Joe Classified Spirit Iron Knife with Freedom. I managed to get this from my buddy Rob at Peddler's Post. And as always, we're going to go ahead and start with the accessories. Move on to the figure, check the articulation, gear him up, and get him on the shelf. So, he comes with a backpack. Now this backpack is very similar to what the actual vintage figure came with. Two large pouches underneath. The original one had a couple of the bolt casings, I guess would be the best word for it. His original weapon was a arrow shooting rifle, and the magazines held arrows, and that's what was up here. Now, this one actually has magazine or ammo boxes. So we've got a peg here on the side, which we'll get to later, and this thing up here on the top with a couple holes in it, which we'll get to in a minute. Comes with a really nice looking sniper rifle. The stock is padded. Really nice optic system. Long barrel, muzzle suppressor. The magazine on this is removable. Nice paint app here for the foregrip. All nice weapon. And if you look at this trigger wall here, hey, guess what? It pegs on there. So he's able to carry this weapon without actually holding it. He has this black knife. The knife itself is nicely sculpted. Nice contoured ergonomic grip. A multifaceted blade with serrated edge on the back. Comes with a more ceremonial style knife. Love the paint design on this, and then the handle is what looks like a small bird or rodent skull on the handle. Very nicely done. He has a 45. The grip texture on this is amazing. Everything one would expect to see on a weapon like this is here. And then the weapon itself actually has an eagle engraved on it. You can see the wing extending all the way down both the underside here as well as up on the slide. That is beautiful. And then we have Freedom. Freedom is an eagle, obviously. The feet rotate. The legs articulate. The wings are on ball joints. And he does come with a set of wings that you can actually pop these off and put the full extended wings on. Now those are buried in storage, and on the display shelf he will be like this. So, but he fits really well. See the pegs on the bottom of the feet line up with the holes up here, and he just pegs right on if you can get them lined up properly. And there we have him. And he sits up there quite majestically. Now, shall we move on to the figure? I think we shall. So the face sculpt on this figure is amazing. Yes, it is very shiny. But he's got that aged, sun-weathered look. Eyes are in there nicely. Got a nice grumpy facial expression. Red headband goes all the way around. I love the fact that they've sculpted hair that goes underneath as well as over, coming out in various places. Gives it a very real world type look. I do have a small paint mishap here where the hair extends down onto, actually in a couple spots, comes down onto the headband. But those are towards the back, so I can forgive that. This is an actual new torso. He doesn't have the sculpted on eagle or the jump wings, so this is not reuse of the Duke Flint body. Brand new arms. Got the blue uniform shirt, sergeant stripes. What I would assume would be a unit logo. Now he is reusing the, well, no, not, yeah, he's reusing the Duke hands. This forearm over here has an extended glove. It also has 2 holes, so you can actually position him so that Spirit can sit on the forearm as well. It's got this web gearing, both a ball grenade and smoke grenade. Got the Joe Pro. Got a sheath for the ceremonial dagger. And it fits in there nicely. He's got both a military belt as well as a traditional belt. There are pouches along the front and side. Magazine pouch back here in the back. Got the black military style buckle in the front as well as a native style belt buckle. The legs are reuse of the Duke legs, so we're going to have to watch the hip joint when we go to do the articulation. Has a knife sheath on this side, which will hold the second knife. What just happened? There we go. That fits in there nicely. And on this side, he has a drop-down thigh holster. And can anybody guess what goes in there? Good guess. Boots. I know I'm quite certain I've seen these boots on somebody before, but I can't remember who. But regardless, they are nice boots. Got a peg in the back. And the backpack just pegs right on in there. We're going to take this off to do the articulation, obviously. So let's get to that. The head is on a ball on top of a hinge, and the bottom of the neck is also on a ball. So looking up, he can look up that far. Down, that far. The hair does kind of fight you a little bit, but not a great deal. Got a little bit of tilt on there. And rotation. Arm hinges up to 90. Some tough detents in there. Has a butterfly joint, but it is also really rough, really tight. Bicep cuff rotation. Double jointed elbow, not pinless, but still a great deal of range. Hands rotate. Left hand is vertically hinged. Right hand horizontally. The web gear he has does not impede with the ab crunch at all, so he will bend forward that far. He will bend back that far. He does have waist articulation for rotation. as well as a little bit of bend. Drop down hips. Let's take the knife out while we do this articulation, shall we? If we can get the knife back out. Okay, drop down hip. Allows the leg to kick out that far without incident. We're going to work that a little bit, see if that helps loosen it up a bit before we try to do forward and back. Coming forward. Yeah, it's okay, look. I've got a stress mark in there. So, yeah. If you've seen any of the Duke articulations, you know how the legs go. Double jointed knee. Comes all the way up. Thigh cuff for rotation. Boot cuff for rotation. Foot hinges back that far. Forward only that far. Front facing pan, broken ankle rocker. So, yeah, this is another figure that I've now got a stressed peg in the leg. Isn't life great? So, let's get his stuff back on him. And let's see if we can get him properly situated to be using the rifle. Hands are fairly loose on this. Well, not loose, soft. Easy to move, to mold, to get where you need them to be. Yeah, with the elbow articulation, it does really help trying to get this thing into place. But it would be so much easier. You know what, I'm gonna make him a lefty. I really need that vertical hinge. Some of you are probably looking and trying to figure out what that number is on my hand. I had to fuel my truck before I came home and had taken my mileage in with me. Instead of wasting scrap paper, I just jotted it on my hand. See, now I gotta contend with a knife on his chest and not break it. You come off there for the moment. Jeez, you don't want to make this easy, do you, Spirit? Okay, almost got it. Sorry guys, this is I think the most difficulty I've had getting a weapon into position ever. And I think that'll probably do it. About as close as I'm going to get to him eyeballing down the scope. So there we have him. What do you say we get him up on the shelf? And there he is. Once again, thanks for tuning in. Be sure to subscribe, like, share, comment, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you all next time.